So yesterday we have seen branching, strategy, right? How to create branches, what exactly branching is used for and all. So whenever we will be working on new things or new features, we don't work on the main branch directly. We don't work on one branch directly. So we'll create separate branches and we work on that usually. So that's what we have seen yesterday so far. But the thing is, okay, we have branch and everything, which is fine. I'll create. Let's see the branch. Okay, currently master. I'll create my branch. Sorry, git branch test, which obviously created the branch, and one more command to create git checkout hyphen b branch dev. So what a git branch means, it will just create a branch. Git checkout hyphen b dev means, if the it usually it will try to check out means it will switch the branch. But if the branch does not exist, we are passing hyphen b, right? It will create the branch for you. Say switch to new branch. Let's say simply let's try git checkout test 1. It says does not found because checkout is used to switch the two different branches. But if you pass hyphen b, it will create the branch if does not exist. Of course, if the branch already exists, it will say hey already exists, which is normal. Now let's push it. Sorry, let's currently which branch I'm in. I think I'm in dev branch, right? Let's make some changes. Maybe let's add a sorry, test file. So okay, this is what I have. So now I'll imagine now my code is ready. In the dev branch, whatever the changes required, I did it. Okay, I'm ready now. So what do I have to do? Usually what happens now, we'll push it. There will be a couple of testings and all. Uh, and finally we'll merge it to the main branch. I mean the master, obviously. Because this is where ultimately our code has to go. So whatever you write, whatever the code testing has been passed, everything has to go to master. Because that's where we deploy to production. I mean our live environment. Use in the through master branch only will deploy to production. So that's why our code has to go there. So how it will go, as I told you, strategy, right? Usually they'll do from usually first feature branches they'll create, feature to develop, or dev or development, blah blah, all these things. From here to release, from here to master or main. So starting from here to here, that's how we'll generally do it. So each branch pointing to specific environment. Let's say local dev where testing happens, UAT or QA we call it, not EAT, UAT, sorry. Again there will be UAT also, kind of a testing environment we'll be doing. Finally this is a production slash main. So if you want to deploy your code, let's say even if it is a single line, it will go through these environments. I mean this is general. Some organizations, they may don't have UAT. They'll have, I mean, feature branches everyone will have. I mean developers will create them to work on, and they'll usually they'll merge their code. Mostly they'll have develop, and of course this is the main thing. Some people use release, I mean UAT environment. Some organizations don't. It's depends on the requirement. So what happens is now is again I'm telling you, different envs means what they'll do is they'll have bunch of servers maintaining separately for each and every environment. Like let's say in local I have two servers, two machines, or let's say simple. In dev I'll maintain two machines separately just for this branch, just for this application will be running. Sorry, in this dev servers, application will be running from this branch, whatever it is. Same here, UAT environment means there will be bunch of servers, database and everything separately, everything for this environment, where it is running the code based on this branch, whatever the present in this branch. Of course, master is main apparently. See, now we are opening accessing something, right? Or we're accessing AWS or GitHub, let's say. They might have deployed in a production this one. That's why we're accessing it. Otherwise, we can't. Yeah, that's okay. So, what happens now is, of course, our change is there. Git add it. Git commit, obviously, you know this. You can do git push also. Dev, I believe. Yeah. Password. Okay, 1 minute. Yeah, it's done. Obviously, it will come here. My branch will come. See, dev. Obviously, the changes are there. This is what I did. I mean, see now. So, what is the point of all these branches? As I told you, we'll have an active development going on and we'll merge from one branch to another branch. In our case, also we have dev branch, we want to merge to master. Let's forget we don't have release. No, let's ignore that. How the hell we need to do? Then how to merge the code from one branch to another branch? Easy. Again, very simple. There are two ways, three ways actually. Two from CLI using commands, one from UI, one from GitHub, UI. What is the most common method, using from UI? But of course, we'll do the CLI also because it's required. So, let's see. 1 minute. Okay, this was my old account. I forgot it, I guess. Yeah, that's okay. Forget about it. So first, I'm in dev branch, right? I think so. Now, where I want to merge my code, to master or to test? Anything, choose anything. Let's pick up master. So I want to merge this branch changes, whatever changes are there, to master. What happens is, merging the code from one branch to another branch means, let's say, in this dev there are few more changes which master does not have. Only those changes will be merged, obviously. That's how it works. So all you have to do is, you have to first go to master. Go to master means where you want to merge, the destination where you want to merge. I want to merge to master, right? So you have to be in master or main. Then you have to execute git merge dev, the branch name. So whatever the changes, first what happens is it will compare these two branches. Okay, master branch and dev branch. In dev branch, any changes are there compared to master? I think there was one file we created, test file. So that will come. That will come here. So currently in master there is no test file, right? Which we created here, see? But it's not there because it's in dev branch. So when we merge, it will come here. But if you want to merge, you have to be in the destination branch. Where you want to merge, you have to go to that branch and do like this. So I want to merge dev branch changes into master, right? It means you have to be in the master and execute this command, the source branch. When you merge, what happens? See, one file created. It's not created, it just took it from the dev. See, earlier it was not there, obviously I've seen. But when you merge, the changes came here. Same thing. Same thing. See, as simple as that. Let's go to dev again. Git checkout. Sorry. Let's add some data, obviously. Let's see if that it comes or not. Let's add one more file, test1. Let's add one more file, test2. Obviously git status, you'll see git add, git commit. Wait, new changes. I want to push to this branch. Yeah, push it, push origin dev again. Okay, yeah. So now I want to merge these changes into master. Obviously git checkout master. Why master? Earlier actually it's shown main, right? Why master now? Because this repo created I think 3 years ago or something. I think, or maybe I don't know, 2018 or something. So but that's fine. It's okay. It's fine. It does not really matter, as I told you. Master main both are same. Of course test is here. Just one line, no new data. Of course test1, test2 files are not there. Now try to merge it. Git merge dev. I want to merge dev into master. So you have to be in master branch. That's why we need to switch it. See, it came. See. Sorry. Let's try one more time. Test 2 is there. No, it's already there. Yeah, let's add some data here. Git add. So I just added it. I did not committed it. Observe. Let's go to master. Now what happens? See, it says something is modified. Now let's git merge dev. Already up to date. See the change. Observe the change. Earlier, what I did, I committed my change in the dev branch and I came to master and I worked on it and I merged it. But now I did not commit it. I just added the git that changes and I switched to master without committing it. So if you switch to some other branch without committing, the changes will automatically come there. That's why. So you should not do that. See, that's one of the thing mainly. Got it? See, the change already came by default, so already that's why it's already up to date. Got it? So always commit it. And one more thing I forgot to tell. Yeah. So this is one approach. There is another approach. As I told you, there are 3 approaches. So of course, 2 in command line. So this is one. So merge is one of the thing. There is one more thing called rebase. Rebase. So rebase also does the same thing, exactly same thing, but there will be one small change. But yeah, first let's see the rebase how it works. Same thing, you don't see any difference at all. First let's check out to dev. Obviously this is our branch. Git, of course we need to commit it. We'll commit it, don't worry. Test 3 maybe. Blah blah blah, something I'm just creating. Git add, git commit, test 3 file. I just committed now. Let's check out to master. I haven't pushed it. It's not required. I'll push it later anyway. So git rebase. What is that? Dev. See, it's updated. Test 3 came, right? Earlier it was not there, obviously. You know, Rebase also similar thing. But there is one major difference which I'm trying to show you uh, between git merge and git rebase. Let's check out to dev again. Let's create one file, test 4 obviously. Save it, git add, git commit -m, test 4. Now git checkout to master, git merge dev. Sorry, of course. No, it should. I think it should. Yes. Yeah, this is what I wanted to show. It's asking. It's opened something for me. It's asking for something, right? Merge branch dev something. Okay, merge branch dev. I'll just save it. Control X. Is it Control X? Yeah, exit. Saved it. You know what's happening here is git merge and git rebase both are same. Merging the code from one branch to another branch. But the difference, when it comes is when you do merge, it will create a new merge commit for you. That's what it opened just before. It opened a file, right? And it showed merge something, merge dev. You know what is that is? That is the commit. See, commit message. It will create a new commit for you. But when you do rebase, it won't create anything. It will just use the commits from the dev branch. See, this is the rebase one. So it will use the commits from rebase branch and apply and just keep it here. But when you do merge, it will create merge commit. Earlier, that's what I tried. It's not. Uh, Before I tried these commands, like git merge dev, but it's not creating a new commit because it's pretty straightforward for Git. I just added one file, very sample file, and it took it automatically without any commits. That's why I had to pass this argument called no fast forward. So no fast forward means do not ignore the merge commit. I mean, just create the commit. Do not ignore it, even if it is a small changes. Let it create a new one. So that's why it's asking. That's the working of merge. It has to create a new commit. We'll don't worry. We'll try again. Git checkout dev obviously. Yeah, test 5. Git add. I'm just executing in one command. That's it. You already know that. So git merge dev, it will automatically happen without any any new commit and all, because just very small change, it just direct straightforward, right? That's why. But now if I no need to add these hyphen f, no fast forward something like that. If there are huge changes, it will automatically create. But just in our case, I'm just trying to show you. So it will do like this. Merge branch dev to master. This is the first line. Whatever you're saying, this is the commit message. So you can give whatever commit message you want. Control X, Y, saved it. Git log. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. Merge will create a new commit on top of existing history. You know what happens? This git log command will show the commit history, as I told you, whatever the commits you did from latest to old, top to bottom. So every branch will have their own commit history, obviously. So every branch will have their commit history, right? Because we'll make some different changes over there, we'll make something here. Like that, every branch will have their own commit history. Like that, master also will have something. Dev also will have commit history. So when you do rebase, it won't disturb the commit history. See, I did, sorry, when you do merge, sorry, you are in master and you did git merge dev branch. So it won't disturb the master commit history. It will just use the, it will just create a new commit on top of it for the changes whichever we are merging from dev to master. But when you do rebase, it won't, it will disturb it. It will disturb the commit history. Means it will take the commits from the dev branch and keep it in the master. That's why you're seeing dev in the master commit history, because we did rebase. Same thing, because rebase does not create a new commit. Only merge will create a new commit. Again, it's common asked question in interviews. What is the difference between git merge and git rebase? Both used for same purpose. I mean, to merge code from one branch to another branch. The only difference is merge will create a new commit. When you do merge, I mean, it will create a new commit without disturbing the commit history, because on top of our existing commit history, it will do it. And what about rebase then? Rebase does not create any new commit. It will just use the existing commits from the source branch wherever we are merging from and apply those commits into the destination branch wherever we are merging to. That's the thing. That's the difference. Got it? Is that clear? I mean, git merge and git rebase. So now I'm just showing one more example. I'll tell you. Let me commit it. Git add double git commit test 6 and again test 5. I'll edit something. So now I committed twice. Now I'll go to master main. What happens if I do merge? Git merge dev is, of course it's asking for, see now there are two files changed, not just one random file, two commits. See, it's asking now. Commit message, you can give anything and remove it. Blah blah blah, blah. Give anything, it's completely fine. See, merge asked now. But rebase does not ask any time, even if there are 100 changes, it won't ask. So yeah, so that's about merge and rebase. Now see what's happening is I committed twice. I mean, I have two commits over there, and when I do merge or rebase, everything whatever is not present in the master, I mean in the destination branch, which are present in the source branch, will merge automatically, no matter what. But what if, let's say, I want to merge only one commit, or I want to rebase only one commit? When you merge and rebase, it will pick up everything, every commit. But what if I want to merge only one commit? Let's add it again. This is one commit. Let's add some meaningful data here. Let's see. This is from second commit, which should not exist. So now I got two commits, right? So when I do merge, this is one obviously, and this is latest obviously. So I want, if I do merge or rebase, both will come to main obviously, but I want only one. It's my requirement. I just want the one commit to be merged with my master branch. What I have to do? I want only maybe this commit I want to do. Let's copy it. Now at that time, what we have to do? Sorry, we have to do cherry pick. I think cherry pick commit ID. So only this commit will be merged into master. Only this commit came into master. How the hell would I know? One file changed. See, open the test file. See, I added some one more extra content. If you remember, this is second commit something that did not came because that's in a different commit. When you merge, those also will come everything. But I did cherry pick. So because I wanted only one commit data. That's why it came. That's how if you want only specific commits, you can able to do like this. Sorry, I got it. That's what cherry pick. If you want a specific commit to be uh, merged into what is it into another branch, you use cherry pick. If you want all of your changes, no matter how many commits are there, to be merged into some branch, git merge and rebase anything. But if you want only one commit or two commits at the time, cherry pick. Git cherry pick the commit ID, not the message. Message system does not understand the message. So like this you have to do. Got it? Git status. Yeah, let's push it. Sorry. Let's push the changes from local. So all these are from command line. I think we have seen so far. We have seen command line, right? So through commands. This we don't use it regularly. I mean, of course we use it regularly, but uh, we don't merge directly like that in organizations. You know why? Because there is no approval here. There is no approval here, right? Directly I'm going in the command line. Directly I'm going to master and merging it. In organization you can't do that. No, it's wrong, right? There will be some approvals which we need to do. There will be some approvals before we merge and everything. What I do at the time. Let's change one file maybe. What the hell? Oh, is it not my repository? Let me just try one time. Yeah, cool. This is fine then. So yeah, that's fine. Let's say in my dev branch I have changes. Sorry, and I have to merge it to master. Of course, so far what we know about merge, rebase, and cherry pick also. Just to pick one or two commits. But again, as I told you, there is no prol over there in the command line, which no one does that. Of course, we'll use merge and rebase for future branches, merging and from one feature branch to another branch, but not to master. Not when we required approval. What we do at the time? From UI we'll do it. How? That's where this concept called pull request will come. Pull request. Pull request will come. Pull request is nothing but merging your source code from one branch to another branch in UI. We call it PR also. PR means pull request. You're raising a pull request. From which branch? Dev branch to base. Which branch you are merging? Master, obviously. See the arrow mark from here to here. So these are it will show you. See the changes also, it will show you. Okay, these changes are available. So this will be merged to here. Now create a pull request. You can add the title something and create a PR. Oh, I cannot create it. The hell. Let me try it. Shit. No. Wait. My bad. that's my different account. Okay, let me sign in to my account. Oh yeah, got it. Now this is my thing. Come on. See, it's showing dev has three changes: compare and pull request, or you can able to create, or you can directly come here to pull request, create a pull request, new pull request from dev to master. Obviously, create a pull request. Of course, what is the name you want? I mean the title of this merge, so anything your wish. Sorry. And see reviewers here, you have to select who needs to review your code, maybe your manager or your lead, whoever it is, or senior developer or something, and create a pr pull request. So now we have created a pull request. See, now what happened is someone will review it, someone will what happens, they'll review, they'll approve the request from their side, because they'll get a request to approve it. And then once they approve, there will be an option here, merge pull request, a green color option where we can able to merge. But now in our case there is some conflicts, it seems conflicts, git conflicts, usually very common actually. Now when this happens, conflicts here, let's say we have one file this, just take this example, test file is there. Test file in master branch have different data, but in test file in here dev branch have different data. At the time it does not know what to do. Conflicts are very very common. At the time git does not know what to do, so you just have to click on resolve conflicts. See, in dev this is there, in master this is there in the same line. So we have to decide what to do, what to use. This, see, these symbols are duplicated symbols and all, you can remove this, what, and keep only what data you want to be there. So I want to be this and mark as resolved, commit. Obviously I'm just fixing the what is that, conflicts. See, now an option came, merge. Of course, commit merge, it will merge to it's merged it. If you see merged, it's closed. The PR is obviously merged, it will be closed now. If you want to delete the dev branch after merge, you can click on delete, it will delete the branch also, but okay, let's not delete it. Now go to PRs. These are all unnecessary PRs, don't worry, forget about it. So go to closed. See, dev is closed already. PR, we opened a PR to merge our code from dev branch to master with an approval from the UI. We merged it and the PR is closed. Obviously there is no use of PR now. Let's read it maybe one more time. This is merge from PR. We'll try again. Update test. Okay, this is fine. When you change automatically, go to pull request again, create a new pull request, compare dev with master. Base is master, right? Because that's where you want to merge. See the change, it will show you the change also completely. This is plus means this is what we have added, minus means this is what you have removed. Both are same, obviously, you observe. Maybe we have removed and added, that's why. Create a pull request. Create a pull request. Of course, reviewers, we have to select it in your organization. See, as simple as that. Just merge it, confirm merge. Once it is merged, gone, your PR is closed, obviously. See, as simple as that, as simple as that. That's how we do it. If you see, go to your closed PR, you'll see how many commits. One commit. How many files have changed? One file only changed. You can see all the details like this. So got it? That's how we create, that's how we do it every day. We have some changes, we'll push to our own branch, future branch, we'll raise the PR to dev branch or some other branch, whatever the branch I mean to say. We'll raise a PR and someone will approve it. My leads or whoever is there, they'll review it, they'll approve the changes, and I'll merge it, which will merge to mine. This is how generally we do. Git merge and git rebase, not recently I've used, but does not mean it's not useful. That is useful. Got it? That's about pull request. That's about merging strategies, merging, rebasing, and pull request cherry pick. Any doubts here until so far? Is it clear? Hmm? If it's clear, I'll go to another topic. Any doubts? Anything? All right. So now what happened? I have a repo in local, right? Obviously, local copy, local repo is there. But I made some changes in remote, right? What I have to do? Git pull. See, it's in. I think I'm in dev. Yeah. Go to master. Git pull over there because there also some changes are there. See. Now, I think earlier we have seen while merging, I already showed you. When you switch branches without committing, it will automatically update the data. Let's try that again. Maybe test 7. This is testing file something. I just added git, obviously, otherwise git won't track it. But I did not commit it because maybe I forgot to commit one thing, or I cannot commit because I haven't finished the work in that file with that file. I need to write few more lines maybe. So either I forgot to commit the file, or I haven't finished the data, finished writing it, whatever it is. But you haven't committed it because you don't want to commit. Now I check out to master. Obviously, see test 7 also came here. See why? Because you haven't committed. How to overcome this scenario? How to overcome this scenario? One thing to do as of now is commit the changes. If you commit it, it won't come. But I don't want to commit. That's the main thing. Because I told you, my work is not finished. I cannot commit. I have to commit only, or I need to commit only after my work is finished. What the hell I need to do? But see one thing here. I cannot commit it. But I want to go to another branch because I got some other work in that some other branch. Let's say master. I want to go to master because I need to change one file over there. But I cannot commit this one also. We are stuck in between, right? See, let me tell again. So I'm in dev branch. I have test 7 file with some data. So now I got urgent work in master branch. I want to switch to master branch and work on it for some time. But here there are this test 7 file is not committed yet, and I don't want to commit also because it's not finished. But if without committing, if I switch, this test 7 file also will come there. I mean, whatever the uncommitted changes are there, those changes will come to master branch, which I don't want that also. So I don't want to commit. I want to switch the branch because I have some other work in master, and I don't want the data, uncommitted data, to be visible in master. What the hell I need to do? That's where the command, that's a concept called stash comes. Git stash. You know what happens is this git stash. It will take all your uncommitted changes, keep in one area outside your branch. That area is called stacked area. Stacked area. Stacked area. Let me write it. Stacked area. So it will give you clean working copy. Clean copy means now if you see status, it is we need to commit, right? So we cannot switch without committing. But if you do git stash, now git status, nothing to commit. The file also not there. It's not deleted. Don't worry. It took the whatever the uncommitted changes are there, it took all of them and kept outside the branch so that you can switch branches easily without committing. That's the whole point of git stash. Generally, most important thing in git, because we work like this every day, every day. So, we'll be working on some our ticket or something. Suddenly an issue came. You know what I have to do? I have to fix the issue, right? Because it's priority. It's high priority. So what I'll do, I'll have to keep stop whatever I'm doing in between and I have to go there. I cannot commit again, as I told you. So I'll stash them. I'll stash. Don't worry, the data won't be deleted until you delete it. I stash them like this, and I'll go to switch to another branch and I work on it. Now let's switch to master. See, there is no test7 file because in the dev itself it's not there. We stashed them. So what happens is this dev, sorry, this stash took your all our changes, not only just test7 file, whatever the uncommitted changes are there, it will took all of them and kept outside the branch called stacked area. We can see it, git stash list. See, one is there, update test7. I mean, this is what you can get it back if you want again whenever you want. So let's say now I stashed it, I went back to, I switched to another branch, I worked on it, blah blah, work is done. Now I come back to my dev branch. Now I want that data back, whatever the uncommitted data. Git stash apply. See, test7 came now again. See, as simple as that. Again, git stash gone. Git stash apply, again it will come. But let's try different command now. Git stash pop. Sorry, pop. See, came. Now git stash list. See, simple, right? But yeah, why I tried two commands. Git stash is to stash your uncommitted changes. But one time I tried apply, one time I tried pop. What the difference is? Both will do one common thing. It will get back your changes, uncommitted changes from stash. But pop will do an extra thing. It will get back your changes to your branch and you delete them from the stash. Drop, see. This is the old one. That's why it's still there. This is the new one because I did stash twice. That's why. Let's let's clear it again. This stash list, right? Again git stash. It will be 2. Now if I do git stash pop, come on. See, it's deleted the latest one. Let's see. See, this is the old one, obviously. 0 is the old one. See the ID. This is the latest. But of course, the data here also needs to come, right? Git stash, we can give specific ID. Pop stash, what is it? At the rate, blah blah. Sorry, blah 0 blah. It will come. Dropped. See. Nothing, obviously. Just I think 3 or 4 commands. Git stash list to see what's inside the stash. Apply and pop. Apply to get the changes from stash to your branch. Pop is also same thing. Get the changes back from your stash to your branch, and also delete in the stash because it's not required anymore. You took it to the branch already. And finally, git stash apply or pop with that ID. So when you do multiple stashes like this, you will see IDs like this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, blah 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 something. So you can use, if you want particular stash data to be come back to branch, you can use like this, the IDs like this, and you can continue work on it. Your files are there, so you can simply work on it and you commit it whenever you required. Now my work is done, simply commit it. Done. Git status, nothing to commit, right? Now git stash. See, no local changes to save. what I told you, git stash will only stash the uncommitted changes, but there are no uncommitted changes now in our branch, so no use of git stash. Got it? That's how stash works. Just 4 commands, that's it. Is it clear? Is it clear? I mean, stash, how it worked. Sorry. There is one more command called squash. Git squash. Squashing means simple. I mean, we have multiple commits, right? Obviously. So merging multiple commits into one commit. So you have multiple commits, maybe 1, 2, 3. You made maybe very, very small changes in these 3 commits. Imagine like that. Very small changes in these commits. So you want to merge all these 3 into one. At the time, what you do, you squash them. You squash it. How to squash it? Simple. The command is git rebase, rebase -i head tilde 3. Rebase we used to merge, right? Of course, when you do git rebase the branch name, it'll do the rebase. I mean, merging the code from one branch to another branch. But when you use git rebase -i head, this will squash the commits. What is -i? Of course, -i is for squashing. But what is head tilde 3? Head tilde 3 means how many commits you want to merge into one? The top 3 commits, right? Of course, we cannot merge these two. It's not possible. So only from top, let's say top 5, top 3, top 2, top 4, top 1, not top 1, sorry. But yeah, obviously like that. But not in between. Let's say top 2, top 3 commits, you can't merge it. You have to merge from top only. So from head to 3 commits. That's why head tilde 3. If let's say you want to merge 5 commits, head tilde 5. You can do like this. Got it? Like that. Git rebase -i head tilde from head 5 commits I want to merge into one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 commits. Got it? It will open this editor for you. So you have to choose which one. Let's say I have 5 commits, right? You have to choose out of 5 which commit has to be present, which has to be merged into which one. Maybe let's say I want all of these commits to be merged into test 7. Let's say as an example. Let's do. What we have to do is, first, so we want to keep test 7, right? This commit. Then for other commits, you have to use edit this file. Keep the yes. Yes means squash, obviously. Sorry. Now what happens is all these 4 commits will be merged into this test 7 commit, whatever the commit it is. Control X. Sorry. Why the hell it's not saying? Wait. Alright, I got it. Maybe I want to merge everything to test 1. Sorry. Yes, let's keep it yes. I'll tell you why. I think so it is Control X. Come on. How to save it? Yeah, sorry. Let's save it. So all pick means Git will pick this commit. Remaining all will be merged into this test 1 commit. Let's see. It's done. See, it's throwing some error. Cannot stash without a previous commit. So first let's abort it. Rebase -abort. It's giving me the command. First fix the abort. First let's check the commit history again. Where we are trying to merge test 1. Correct? Git log, sorry. test 1 I believe. We are trying to merge here. As I told you, it won't work. It has to be either the first one or the last one. Last one means we gave 5, correct? The fifth one or the first one, not in between, I told you. So let's open again. Let's try the first one. I mean, test 7 is the latest one. Let's try that. Let's see whether it works or not. Control X, obviously, yes. Yes. See, still same, it's not working. Cannot stash without a previous commit. So the head also won't work. I mean, the top test 7, this also won't work because there is no next commit for this. You know what you have to do then? First, abort it again. Of course, we have to fix it. Go to head file. Then we have to pick the test. Test is the older commit out of all these. So let's see if this works or not. Control X, save, yes. See, it worked. Git log. See, there is no test 7 commit now because they are merged into here. Test. That's why. Sorry. That's how. So what happens is when you want to squash, let's say you want to squash these two commits into one, you have to choose the older one, not the latest one, because on the latest there is no new commit right on top of it. So where the head will point to now without the new commit? Head needs to point to one commit. Even when you are squashing, head needs to point to one thing. If you don't have a new commit, it won't accept. That's why when you are when you are squashing multiple commits, always choose the old one, so that on top of it, that will become the head, obviously. So now it knows, okay, this will become the head, and we need to do it something like that. Got it? That's about squashing. Got it? One last thing I'll show for today, and I won't cost too much. With status, okay, let's push it first. Just give me a minute. Yeah, I pushed it. Sorry, not this, dev. Yeah. Now let's add some content here. I'm just making some changes in the UI. Now usually what we have to do, we have to take a pull, right, in local, because UI have some changes, we have to pull it actually. But let's say I forgot to take a pull. So what I'm doing, test 6, just git add. I forgot to take a pull. I had to take a pull, of course, but I forgot it. I'm pushing. Let's see what happens now. See, it is throwing error, right? This error I want to show you. So do not forget, always take a pull before pushing. Always. Otherwise, see, we are a team. Developers will be there working together in a single repo, obviously. They might have pushed their changes. They might have merged their changes to master or whatever the branch you are working on. But if you forgot to take a pull, if you are only working, you just one person working in that repo, it's fine. But if there are multiple, as a team, people are working together, always take a pull. Otherwise, it will throw this error. Oh. Which? Okay. Always take a pull. Because as I told you, when you take a pull, it will get this error. Hey, see, remote contains work that you do not have locally. This is usually caused by another repository pushing to the ref, or if you want to interact with remote changes, use git pull before pushing again. That's what. You have to always pull before pushing. And as I told you, I showed you a small bit of conflicts actually to you. uh, Conflicts is very common in GitHub. I mean, in source code management, anywhere, not in just GitHub. So when you're working, let's say this test file is in master or not there. Okay, let's take one file, maybe test. Hmm, I'll change this thing. I changed it in one master. Let's say this one. Now, of course, obviously, dev has different data in the same lines. Let's see what happens now. Let's raise a PR, obviously. New pull request to dev, create a PR. Create pull request. It's obviously check whether we can merge it or not. Wait, I haven't. Wait. I haven't changed the test file in here. Let's say, imagine now, in master, same test file is there, right? In the different data is there. Let me show you. I want to show you how the conflicts usually happen. So this is the test file, some different line in this dev branch in master. Come on, different line, right? Now let's see what happens. Rise a PR. See, it has conflicts. This is the most common thing usually happen. Two developers are there, you and me. I'm, working on some same file. You're also working on the same file, maybe in different branch. We're trying to, I'm trying to merge, right, using this pull request approach. But Git got confused now. Git does not know. It says, hey, same file, same line. There are two things, two changes are there. One in one branch there is one line. In another branch there is another line. What the hell I need to take? That's where the conflict comes. So now you might understand the meaning of this. This line is in dev, that's why it is showing dev like this. This line, this is equal to the differentiate. This line is in master, that's why you're seeing this master like this. So now you have to tell to Git which one to take, which line to take. This is the most commonly happens in conflicts are most common things. So this may look easier, but they'll imagine you have huge files with conflicts. This similar content will be there in all everywhere wherever the conflicts are there. So now what you want to take? What you want to take? So either you want to take this line from dev branch or this line from master. Which one? Maybe I want to take from dev. If you want to take this line from dev means remove these things. And this one also, obviously this is not our code, right? You have to remove that. Mark as resolved, commit merge. Now the conflict has been resolved. Now Git knows, okay, this guy told to take the line from dev branch. See, merge pull request. Now this change will be replaced in master, obviously. Go to master, open the test file. See, cool, right? That's how conflicts comes. Most common things. Usually we see the conflicts. Got it? That's what about Git conflicts. Again, regularly asked question. I'm telling you regularly asked question because just wanted to remind you, that's it. So do not think like these are important questions or something like that. This is not a college anymore, right? So you have to know the concept. Then the commands will you'll get it automatically, as I mentioned earlier. Yeah, that's okay. But yeah, is it clear? I mean, so far whatever we discussed today, I think we had covered multiple topics. Merge and rebase to merge or changes from one branch to another branch. So merge will create a new merge commit without without disturbing the commit history. But rebase, it does not create a new commit, but it will take the commits from source branch and apply to the destination branch. What is source? What is destination? Source is which branch we are merging. destination where we are merging. That's the difference between merge and rebase. Git cherry pick to merge one specific commit, or specific commits instead of merging all commits. We use cherry pick. So when we use cherry pick, it will just pick one or two commits from source branch and it will merge to destination branch. And next, pull request, same thing, whatever we do, merge and everything, rebase on everything, we'll do from UI, which is a common practice. In UI we'll have approvals and everything. So create a PR, and we'll, once someone approves it, we'll be merging. We don't merge without approval, in never. Okay, don't do that. And what's next? Stash. You want to switch branches but without committing means the data will be copied to that, whenever you switch to branch. So without committing, what you have to do, you can do squash, so that it will give you clean working copy without all these uncommitted changes, because it will move all these changes out of your branch and store in something called stacked area, and give clean branch to you, so that you can switch branches and you can come back anytime, git stash pop, git stash apply, or git stash pop or apply with the id, that also fine. Git squash, sometimes we use it merging multiple commits into one commit, because we let's it's happens sometimes, we committed too many times. Our manager, we don't want our manager to see how many commits we did. We can simply squash them. So you can git rebase command, git rebase -i head tilde the number of commits you want to merge, 10, 20, 30, whatever it is. Always pick the last commit, not the head, not the latest. Let's say out of 5 or out of 10, always pick the last commit. And finally, conflicts. How the conflicts usually happens when you multiple users or developers, you know, work on the same file, made changes in a same line, one file, different changes because different people working on it. At the time, Git does not know what to do. You have to tell what to do. So usually this happens. The same conflicts we resolve from pull request, right? Same thing can be done here also from command line. It will show you, hey, there are conflicts. So it will show you. You have to remove those lines, pick one what you want, and you have to do it. Got it? So that's about Git. Sorry. Any doubts so far? In this today's class, I know it's a bit of too much, because, but these are small topics. That's why I covered too many today. So anything, any questions so far? Any doubts today? Again, I'll share the document tomorrow. I have to find it. So once I found it, I'll share it. Mostly I'll share, by tomorrow or by today, end of the day at least, if I find it. So I'll share the document of Git with all these commands, as well as what is the difference between centralized version control system and distributed version control system. Also, I think I have that one also. I'll share it in the group. And again, don't wait for the documents. You practice meanwhile. Don't wait. He'll send the document. We'll start practicing after that. No, don't do that. You do it. You try to cover most of it. On the same day. Yeah. So that's all for today. Anything? Any doubts? Any questions? Sorry. Anything? If nothing, yeah, we can close the call. We'll meet tomorrow, same time. Yeah. Bye everyone. Bye. Have a nice day.